Pleasure to have you join us on the newsroom. I am Simisola Adigun. The Kano State Governor Abdullahi Ganduje has expressed concern that elements from the annulled June 12, 1993 presidential election are regrouping and are using the current crisis generated by the Naira redesign policy to undermine Nigeria's democracy. The governor's comments come as a reaction to an interim injunction issued by the Federal High Court in Abuja, which stopped the Central Bank of Nigeria (CBN) from extending the 10-day deadline set for the currency swap. He also alleged that the support of the policy by the main opposition party and its presidential candidate Atiku Abubakar shows the complicity between the opposition and the Apex Bank to allegedly undermine the country's democracy. The presidential candidate of the Labour Party, Peter Obi, has urged Kwara residents to shun ethnic and religious sentiments as the general elections draw closer. Obi made the comment during the party's presidential rally at the Metropolitan Square in Ilorin, the Kwara State capital, on Monday. Obi also promised to tackle insecurity in the country and ensure peace in every part. He thereafter called for patience over the Central Bank of Nigeria's Naira swap policy, which has caused outrage in several parts of the country. The World Bank Country Office in Nigeria has disclosed that the incessant fuel scarcity and the inability of Nigerians to access the new Naira notes may influence uncertainty ahead of the February 25 and March 10 elections in the country. The bank further said that the deadline approaching this week, the phasing out of the old Naira notes, will cause a cash crunch which could be economically and socially damaging to vulnerable people in Nigeria. A number of Indian medical experts have supported calls from an eminent British Indian cardiologist for a full safety review into the use of the Oxford AstraZeneca's COVID-19 vaccine administered in India as Covishield over fears of serious side effects such as heart attack and stroke. The National Health Service trained medic Dr. Asim Malhotra, who has had 2 doses of the COVID-19 vaccine, has been leading international calls for the suspension of Pfizer's mRNA COVID vaccine after publishing a research last year to warn that the harms could outweigh the benefits for a majority of people. In business, the Minister of Finance, Budget and National Planning, Zainab Ahmed, says the federal government has invested over 600 billion naira raised through sovereign sukuk in road projects across the country. Ahmed spoke at the symbolic check presentation ceremony of the 2022 130 billion naira sovereign sukuk by the Debt Management Office in Abuja on Monday. The minister described the project as one of the most innovative and successful initiatives of President Muhammadu Buhari's administration. Ecuador's President Guillermo Lasso has accepted defeat in a referendum on allowing extradition for organized crime, among other reforms, but added that he will continue to fight drug trafficking and keep working to improve social conditions. The extradition referendum, one of 8 reforms on the ballot, would have allowed Ecuadorian suspects to be sent abroad for trial on drugs and weapons charges, among others. Lasso advocated the change as a way to cut crime, which his government has blamed on the transnational narcotics trade. In sports, Germany international Karim Adeyemi has set a new Bundesliga speed record on match day 19 in Borussia Dortmund's 5-1 win over Freiburg on Saturday. The 21-year-old forward was clocked at a rapid speed of 22.77 miles per hour in the second half as Borussia Dortmund breezed to a comfortable victory at Signal Iduna Park. Adeyemi also hit another milestone that day, bagging his first ever home Bundesliga goal in the win, which kept Dortmund in the top 4, 3 points behind league leaders Bayern Munich. That's it on the newsroom at this time. Many thanks for watching. I am Simisola Adigun. Bye for now.